All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sharif and Friends. It is NBA 2K14 Association mode. Looks like we have at least the one game against the Jazz and probably against the Heat. So it's been kind of a slog to get through this particular segment just because of everyone I've had to deal with so far. But we're almost there because we got Utah, Miami. We got Utah again. And I think that's it. Unless Toronto somehow gets a lot better. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe the Warriors. I don't know. But yeah, I think it should go a little bit quicker once we kind of start getting through some of the other teams that end up. Holy shit. Is there just not hardly anybody for us to face next month? Jesus, we might just fly through January like it was no big deal. I don't think there's hardly anybody. Maybe that's what happened is we got all of our big games like front loaded. And then maybe backloaded because there's only a couple, like, 2 or 3 key games maybe in February. And then March I see quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and start this up against the Jazz. Go ahead and hit the button on the music there. There we go. Oh, we are away, which means I can put on the black pinstripes. We're never still like the best. Oh God, what's the little thing around this?
Welcome to NBA basketball.
There we go. Sorry to hear about that, man. I wish I could like kind of relate. I kind of relate with my my aunt, and it was either foot cancer or colon cancer. I think it was colon cancer, but it was really kind of painful just watching someone like wither away in front of you, and it's like they just feel like a different person. So I definitely understand how that kind of feels. Not exactly my grandparents. I'd say one of my grandparents, both my grandparents were very, or at least my granddads were very sudden with their deaths. One was a heart attack and one was just sort of heart failure, and he was like old age. So, but I had an aunt who was like that, who was like it was just very sad watching him like, oh shit, Pfizer. Watching someone just kind of wither away, and it's just like you can't really do anything about it, and you just kind of know. So I definitely understand you on that. Oh my God, was that? I don't think that was Penny. Who was that hit that block? That wasn't. Oh shit, I forgot about Kobe on the fucking Jazz. That's what this is. Holy shit. I forgot about that. That's why they're so good. I forgot about Kobe on the Jazz, and Sharif just motherfucked him. Wow, I forgot about that. I was like, why are the Jazz so good? I mean, they've been good, but Jesus. Refuse to let me see him twos and remembering him a good light. Yeah, I think like that was kind of what I went through with my aunt too. I only saw her once. I think I only saw her once or twice, and it was one of those things where, you know, they didn't really want me to see her in the state that she was in, and it was like, I mean, now it's a lot different being an adult, and I think it'll be a little bit different once you're an adult, but yeah, I understand that much. Oh, God damn it. Shit. Jesus. Yeah, I've been I have at least been dealing with some good things with I don't know when Jack is ever gonna I'm sure Jack will eventually come back, but it's nice to see him on Twitter again after the shit he's been through. Still can't quite type extremely well, but he seems to still have his wits about him and his humor. So that's good. By the way, 2001, even in 2001, a team with Pippen and Kobe on the same team is ridiculous. By the way, didn't it say Van Exel was also in here? So Van Exel left the Lakers. Kobe left the Lakers already to join the Hawks, and now he's on the Jazz. And Pippen in a Jazz jersey just feels wrong. Lighting candle for your grandma who died 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, I always get my mom telling me about oh my God. I always get her telling me about that. She's like, you're not a young guy anymore. And blood pressure and heart problems run in the family. So I should probably not eat like a fucking eat like everything's just gonna end up getting out of my body anyway. Yeah, I should probably not eat like shit. Although I just had like chicken fingers and fries and stuff, and I'm not doing very well in that regard. But at least I'm not doing the smoking part. But I mean, I'm still treating my body like shit. So it's not everything I'd like it to be. Oh, you know what? Here, let me see what we got here. Hey, suck it, Nick. Maybe do a little something with Reggie Miller on the team. I know he's not peak condition anymore, but it's still Reggie Miller. Ah. I gotta really figure out what I want for my NBA rebrand idea, because we are now like officially, or at least we're very close to the second half of the season. Like we're definitely getting through the season. And it's eventually going to sneak up on me, dealing with the next season. And by the next season, actually, I'm going to turn this up. I just realized just how low the audio in this was. I don't really like that. I want to turn the game up higher, a little bit closer to what I think it should be. Days of despair and days of hope for you. Yeah, I understand that.
Magic have gotten only one of their first 6 shots to fall today. Miller, guarded by Kobe. Orlando moving the ball around.
Ah, damn it.
Whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I think I almost feel like in a way it's almost morbidly enough, it almost feels better when it is kind of a sudden thing. It's like it's one of those things where it's like it's like, oh, I never got to say goodbye, but like it's sort of like ripping off a Band-Aid, I feel sometimes. I've had having family members who do the slow dying thing, and then having family members who die quicker. Like it's like I said, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. It's one of those things where it kind of hurts and it's sudden, but
On the way
At the at the end of that, it's like it's over.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
now also
Oh, I should have just done it. I should have just done it.
Kobe with
Ah.
the steal.
I had it, and then I just let it go because I didn't trust Padgett.
Took the heat and drew the whistle. Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
The Magic making the switch here. Hill kicks to Harris.
Oh shit! Nope.
There's the pass to Nahara. Back to Harris. Clock at 6.
Oh God! What am I doing?
Finger roll. Beautiful.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it
All
inside.
right, let's see what I can do here.
dominating the
Whoops,
paint,
that's not what I
getting
want.
shots at will. Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
All right, get out of the lane. I'll try this again. Just
To
kidding.
the paint. Here's Hoiberg. That's good. It's
Hey, there we go.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Yeah, I got like a moment, a couple of moments, just kind of switching gears. I've had like a couple of moments trying to deal with what I'm going to do with just some of the maybe not even stream things, but just like some of my YouTube stuff in general. Jesus Christ. Wow, we got lucky that it kicked off his foot.
making a switch here.
That ball got sent to the Shadow Realm.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Tinsley dishes to Duncan.
All right, it's Duncan. You're fine. Never mind. You're not fine.
3 on 3.
Come on, Fred. Oh
Tell.
hell.
He's covered by Brown.
Oh,
Out to Harris.
never mind.
Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound.
Shit.
It's back to Hill.
Right there.
And he was
Damn it.
fouled in the act of shooting.
All right, this isn't good because we're actually losing. I mean, it's still the first quarter, so I'm not going to worry too much, but being down by 5 is never a good idea.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
They've been making some really nice passes.
Oh, that's not a guy I want shooting that.
Set the tone for the rest of the game.
I don't know why I thought that was like Sharif or somebody. Somebody who could shoot. I mean, Bender's not terrible, but
Drops in the layup for 2.
all right, that's
And
not
the
good.
Jazz lead by 7.
This is really not good.
How they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams
Come on.
on fire here early. And playing
Oh, there you go.
blades, too.
Oh, I was hoping for a nice big dunk, Timmy. He completely blindsided
Yeah,
and
that's the right move.
got
Get a good
got away
possession
from
here,
him.
play defense, and get one more
Damn it.
opportunity to score.
Shot is blocked.
There you go. We can go 2 for 1 if we go quickly enough.
And
Well, that's all right.
hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Magic have only 1 missed free throw.
Ah,
They've
shit.
had 5 attempts and made
I gotta
4 of
figure
them.
this out.
The Jazz making a switch here. And he's good on the second.
It's hard. I understand, man. I don't. I could try to be as encouraging as I can, but
Poked away.
ah.
Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean,
I think it'll be better once it actually just once it just kind of all happens.
That one falls off Tinsley's feet.
and
Like,
guys,
I
they
think
continue to put a
losing
lot of
like
pressure
that,
on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
I think once you kind of lose your first couple of family members, like it's
The first quarter all wrapped up. and
especially
it's
ones that
exciting
you're
game so
close
far.
to.
Jazz lead
I would hate to say
by
it gets
2.
easier,
And
but
don't
like
go
you just
away.
you
We'll be
end
back
up
to
like learning how to deal with it.
Tune in
So I feel like you do deal with it a little bit easier, even if it is still hard.
Go up against the Orlando Magic. Do not miss it.
Oh, my Twitch notification on my phone is letting me know that letting me know that I'm live.
Tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players
I was gonna put it on my Twitter, but I had I was dealing with some stuff on TEW.
Look at the Jazz performance here, Clark, Steve. What have you been seeing? What have they been doing tonight?
They've done a nice job on the offensive board.
I was trying to import some of the new wrestlers on TEW, and when I do that, they got some new wrestlers. It's like, oh yeah, okay, they got Abaddon, Griff Garrison, a few other like noteworthy people. Of course, Will Hobbs is in there now, and when I originally was like mixing and matching, when I was like mixing and matching databases in 2016, I made the mistake of doing that, which was mixing and matching databases.
First in field goal percentage, second in three-point field goal percentage.
And I had, oh shit, I didn't think he was gonna get it.
You thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such
And
a good job
I ended up,
finding
getting,
holes,
I ended up being lazy and
work
just like
offensively to create
mass
good shots.
importing
And
people.
when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
Here's Van Exel. Outside
Shit.
Pippen. Back to Van Exel.
Instead of just like individually
Outside
do it.
Curry. He feeds it to Pippen.
This is gonna be a long season. Tell me about it. As a Vikings fan, like it's one of those things where at least you have like those basic expectations of doing well.
Exel with it.
It's like, well, we signed Kirk Cousins and he hasn't been too much of a problem, but
The second chance effort. Shots good by Miller.
then the defense really just
We're about a minute
ends up
and a half in
shitting
the
a brick,
second
and I'm like,
quarter now.
oh no, we're terrible again.
There's the triple. That's good.
Hey, there we
And the
go.
Magic lead by 4.
The thing you notice
So yeah, I mass imported everybody, but didn't realize that maybe over the course of a couple of months and some new updates to the database,
perimeter is outstanding.
that they might have changed like a couple of little names and stuff in the database, and that ended up really kind of hosing me, where it was probably like 10 or 12 watching like 10 or 12
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Orlando
wrestlers or just other characters in the game.
Hardaway.
Oh, I think that's long too.
Magic with another bucket.
Yep. But they would be duplicates, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want duplicates. And here's the thing about the in-game editor, is the in-game editor doesn't really give a shit about removing things, so it's a pain in the ass.
I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best
can't
out
really
there,
do
so
it.
Take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Kobe's checked in for the Jazz.
So now I'm learning
Against the Timberwolves.
to just not be lazy and just import everyone individually like I should have in the first place. But I was like, nah, I think we'll be okay. Oh shit.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to
We really thread the needle on that one. Holy shit. Let me look at this again. Oh, look at this. Damn, Pippen just got caught napping when he threw that. Man, he threw it right between Kobe and Pippen. That is a pass. I don't think I've seen a pass quite like that before. Oh,
Control of this game. Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely
just caught
get
Pippen
them
napping
going.
for a
Yeah, great,
second.
Clark.
Number 43, covered by Duncan. Number 43, and Utah again with the bucket.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Hardaway.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he got a little close.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. It's blocked.
Damn. Now Penny's putting in the work on Kobe.
Here's Pfizer. They get the rebound. Duncan. Nice work on the boards. Paying off
Uh-oh.
with the basket.
Come on, get your ass up, Timmy.
7 points.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Van Exel kicks to Pippen.
Ba-bum.
It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. That
Fat
ball
Kid Deals
racing
literally
that time from
is
Chicago.
advertising. They just
2
advertised.
points for Kobe Bryant.
I'm kind of glad I'm up this late because Fat Kid Deals was like, hey, do you want the Chappelle Show, the entire series on DVD? $5. I'm like, oh, God. All right, yeah. I guess I'll get the entire Chappelle Show series for $5 on DVD.
A beautiful reverse layup.
And
the
UFC
Jazz
2020
lead
is
by
your boy
1.
Archibald
Eyes
Barbecue.
back in front of
Nice.
this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way.
Oh, God damn it.
This is fun to watch.
Tim's getting frustrated with the lack of foul calls right now.
Averaging 12 points a game. Back to Kobe. Fires the 3. Tries again.
Damn it.
And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the
UFC
line for 2.
2010.
It's
Okay.
going to go on Penny Hardaway. The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. 2 shots.
I think I still have UFC 2010, but I haven't played that in forever.
That free
I
throw
remember when UFC Undisputed 3 came out. I never got around to playing it, but apparently it's one of the best UFC games. And I didn't even realize it had like Pride stuff in there, and it had like a really good career mode and everything.
free throws good for Pippen.
I don't know. I haven't got like super into
By 3.
the UFC games in a while.
Tinsley kicks to Miller.
But apparently UFC Undisputed 3 was amazing.
More rugged play from them inside. They have a
And yeah,
decent
just the
edge.
Pride stuff alone
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That
makes me interested.
swings this game eventually.
Van Exel kicks to Kobe. Outside Jackson.
I almost bought
Missed by Utah.
just for the novelty of it. I almost bought because I was at my like game and hobby shop. I took a picture of it's the thing I took a picture of on Twitter of the new comic section. They used to have a whole thing where they displayed out the new comics. You know, they gave them their own little thing. You get to see the whole cover and everything. It looked really cool.
Pippen with the drive.
And
And that one hits back iron.
Well, I think he had
yeah,
all
the whole
space.
thing
He
is just
just
Funko
couldn't
Pops
find the
now.
bottom of the net.
It's kind of sad.
It's
Oh,
Tinsley.
damn it.
Kobe with the steal.
Come on. Oh, shit.
Banked in off the glass.
How long stream? Probably not too long. Well, I'll do my time on this.
Been able to stop
You know,
I think it's time to make some
hour
adjustments
40,
defensively.
2 hours tops.
What they've got
It's gonna be a
going
short
right now
one.
is not
I wasn't even gonna
done.
do it, but I was like, you know what? I'll at least do it. I might get around to being able to. I might get around to actually playing video games with friends again and streaming it, because we haven't done it the last couple weeks because they've dealt with family stuff as well, with some of their family members dying. So yeah, I'm just having a lot of friends just with
Who's got his second best
people
of the
dying right now. It's
Really having a good quarter,
rough.
Strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
Ugh, that's
And
it.
checking out some numbers for
For
Kobe
2010,
Bryant.
you like
Some
rapping better.
tremendous
That's all.
numbers for him over the last 10 games. 5th in scoring,
crewing?
6th in steals.
You're going to sleep in like
Such a
10.
good
I understand.
offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And you know, going back to a spot near the very top of the
What
score
a-
list,
what
I
an
mean, he's come
awkward,
up with so
free
many
throw
different
shot
ways
he's
to
got.
beat you at the offensive end of the floor. He's almost unguardable. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's
I need to
one of the
figure
very
out.
best.
I need to figure out the logo situation with a lot of these players.
dishes to Hill.
I kind of figured it out,
That
but
is good.
still haven't quite done that.
1:29 left here in the second. Kicks to Tinsley. Pulls it up.
Ah,
And they
all right.
cash in right away with the
Didn't
quick
make me
shot.
pay real bad. Playing Among Us for the first time earlier, you didn't realize how crazy it can get. Oh yeah,
Van Exel with
absolutely.
outguarded by Tinsley.
We did do an offline thing like a couple weeks ago with friends, and
Miller kicks to
it was interesting just because like I told them, I'm like, yeah, I'll totally. I got, you know, I recorded it and I need to make like a highlight video of it, but I still haven't done it, and it's almost like 2 weeks later now.
I think some urgency.
It's like, fuck, the video's still there. I'm lazy. I'm barely not lazy enough to stream more than a couple times a week. I kind of have the excuse of
2-for-1
I
situation.
kind of have the excuse of working a lot, but then my days off I could be spending it doing, putting in some work and doing, something productive, or I could just play NASCAR Heat 5 or make stuff for NASCAR 2003 season. Padgett's just killing it today. Jesus Christ. Well, he's only got 6 points, but it really feels like he's been putting down more than that.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And here is Van Exel, averaging 22 points a game.
No.
Here's Kobe.
Oh,
No good.
I mean, he didn't make it, so that's good. But Hoiberg really didn't even jump.
It's the magic
Play
of
inside the
one.
line. I don't think I want to play inside the line. I played it when it first came out because I think that was the last NASCAR game I bought before Heat 5. And it's just kind of I guess. I'm definitely not playing Heat Evolution. I think inside line was terrible, but I think Heat Evolution was even worse, wasn't it? I know how awful Heat Evolution is.
At the break, 7 points and a great field goal percentage for him as he's been making his shots count. Good overall. Also, though,
if I'm going to play any NASCAR games, it'll be Heat 5, NASCAR Racing 2003 season, or maybe Dirt to Daytona.
15 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive
That was
side
your first
before
NASCAR
bothering
game?
shots and
Heat
bringing
Evolution
that energy
or
all
inside
over the court.
line?
A few tight games around the NBA. Let's check them out. The Bulls are in a
I
close
mean,
one against the
EA
Indiana
UFC
Pacers.
games are
Some
doo-doo
good
water.
action there in the
It
third.
didn't
We
look.
still got a close
UFC
ball
4 didn't
game.
look
And
too
another
bad.
game going on.
This
The
new one
Jazz
looked pretty
over at
good.
Energy Solutions Arena. They're now trailing the Minnesota
Oh, Heat.
Timberwolves.
Oh.
They've dropped back by 7 in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, I think my
And
first
now,
ever
here's what's
NASCAR
going on
game
in the
was
rest of
like,
the NBA. The
what,
Clippers get a
NASCAR
hard-fought game
64?
against Cleveland.
Was it
Second half of
NASCAR
basketball
64 or
just
was it
getting started
NASCAR
for them.
98?
And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's
Let
send
me
it
see
on
here.
back to Kevin Harlan, Steve
NASCAR
Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and
64.
Doris Burke for the second half of play.
It might have been NASCAR 98 for the N64.
Welcome back, everyone.
Or was it 99? That might have been what it was. I think that's what it was. It was NASCAR 99 for the Nintendo 64. Because 98 did not come out on the did not come out on the 64. It came out on the PlayStation. So I think NASCAR 99 was my first. It was my first foray into any NASCAR games.
Van Exel is out there with Kobe. Then it's Miller.
There we
Then
go.
there's Pippen. That's the group right now for Utah.
It's trash compared to UFC Undisputed 3 or 2010. Okay. Most sports games are shit now. I mean,
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pounded inside. Take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do.
I can't even defend it as a person who plays a 7-year-old NBA 2K game,
Clock at 6.
a 16-year-old football game,
The other way. Following
a
this
13-year-old college basketball game,
marks the start of a
and if I was going to play
longest of the
a
season.
college football game, it'd be a 7-year-old college football game.
Game turns out. Man, great ball movement.
Damn it.
Picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps?
Because even though Maximum Football kind of tries, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to spend the money on them this year.
And so does this team.
I did with
because they're
Axis,
taking
because
advantage
Axis
of
at least seems pretty okay. You know what Axis gameplay is on par with now? It's on par with like NFL Head Coach, which of course wasn't a gameplay game,
Duncan's got
but that's about where they're at
role in
now.
their offense today,
But
guys.
the franchise mode is
They got
legit.
the lead.
EA makes all 4 American sports. Yeah,
Now here's Pippen. 5 points in the game. Outside.
they don't make baseball anymore.
Back to Pippen. Out to Kobe. He passes
They
it to
make
Van
they
Exel.
make well they don't even make basketball right now.
Shot.
Technically they might,
1 for 4 from the field since
but technically they don't make basketball right
getting
now.
it going here.
They haven't made baseball in 16 years.
Away.
Well, I guess technically they did the college baseball.
And 2 free throws
So
coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
they do football, they do hockey.
And, you know, this is a
As
pick
far
and
as the
roll
Big
league. We all
Four.
know that everyone runs it, and he's really, really good with that particular play. He'll set the screen.
But yeah, I'd barely even consider them doing basketball right now, considering they don't do it on a regular basis. They try every 2 years, every 2 to 3 years, they try to put out a game. It goes okay, or it's anywhere from shit to average, and then they realize it's not as good, despite 2K's horseshit. It's still not quite as good as 2K's product, so they have to go back to the drawing board again.
These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games.
Oh, fight night, dude! I would love a new fight night, but not like Champion or 4. Like if they could just do fight night round 3, if they could do that type of game. Fight night round 3 was legit. 4 was Champion was I didn't like him as much as round 3.
Back to Kobe. Rejected by Duncan.
Hey.
Here, they're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got
Ah, shit. Oh.
From the top of the
There you go.
That's good.
There you go.
8 points for him.
They made all college and motorsports.
today, but he has not had his usual
Yeah.
share of opportunities.
They haven't made a ton of motorsports besides NASCAR.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this
Tyson
final
Fury
half
in
of play.
UFC 4, but won't make fight night. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess just because boxing isn't quite what it used to be
Off the front iron.
in popularity,
Leading by 8.
they probably take quite a bit of money to get some of the guys that they would want to put in there. It's like, well, if you're gonna make a boxing, because I think there's like not some sort of overarching thing like UFC, where you can get a bunch of the dudes signing with the UFC because they're under some sort of contract with that. I think boxing probably has a different thing where it's like you're gonna have to do the you're gonna have to do the licensing with individual dudes, and like, why make a boxing game if you can't put like Mayweather or Pacquiao in the game, who are gonna cost a shitload of money?
That's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well.
In
He got
college
sacked,
hockey, who
did
plays
not
college
show
hockey? Have they made college hockey? I mean, I don't think they do, unless they do like college. I'm pretty sure they do. I haven't even seen college hockey in the NHL games. Then again, I don't think I spent too much time on that, but I don't remember there being a college hockey game. It'd be interesting. I don't know if it'd be as interesting as college football or basketball, though. Was it 2K that made it? I don't know if anyone's made it. I don't remember the existence of a college hockey game. 2K's made pro hockey games, but not a college one as far as I know. Oh, shit. Oh, I really fucked that one up. I don't know. I know college lacrosse was something that was made because I played that before on my channel. Frozen 4. Okay.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already.
Might have been an indie game then. I don't know.
They stand right now perched in that topmost position. And of course the Magic 3.5 back.
Checking out Orlando, they've been very solid early on. I've been quite
There you
impressed
go.
with this team, but for a team with
Let's go.
championship
Get the run.
aspirations, solid just isn't
We've been
quite
struggling a good chunk of the game. It's been kind of a back and forth affair. Oh, shit.
Long season and plenty of time to get into gear. I think playoff seeding is important, but the biggest thing right now is to try to get into a groove and find their stride.
Duncan kicks to Alston. And the shot is
There we
good.
go.
Alston's got 7.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
I am excited, though, for all the extra people that were put into the TEW database. I probably at least doubled my short list. So it'll be interesting to get some new people in there.
That Pelicans game should be a good one.
Not a lot of Joshis though. What's with my whole team being over here? Hello? Hello? All right. Oh, they were just standing there.
He's had some playing time.
They were just standing there on the sideline for whatever ungodly reason. Dude, if I can... Ah, damn it. I deserve that. I deserve every last bit of that.
Foul call that
All right.
time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here.
All right. Let me see here. Mayberry, Hardaway, Miller. Okay. I'll take who we got out there.
No good on the second free throw.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Miller, right side.
Oh shit.
Tries from 10.
Oh, that was dumb, but you know what? Still made it.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and
Guess
it's
you
all
dreamed
about
it? Okay.
quality shot selection, smart
Couldn't
shot
find it?
selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Sign Rasheed Wallace. I've already had him. Won a title or two with him.
Outside, Kobe takes
He was kind of too good to keep around. There was just only so much cap space to go around. All right. Night, Panda.
1:52 left to play in the third.
Hope you do a little bit better. You know.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Hope everything goes a little bit better for you.
Leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. Third is Kobe Bryant.
Stackhouse being
Sort of your do-it-all
being a
guys.
top shooting guard,
Rebounding isn't
rebounder.
necessarily a priority for shooting guards.
It's quite
Still an
interesting.
important skill to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as you can do to help your team, you increase your value and your importance. And the guys on this
God
team
damn
give
it.
their team a huge boost with their ability to squeeze the orange.
He feeds it to Van Exel.
I'm gonna keep Duncan down here.
Right side Curry.
Keep him down here. Just keep the post
Back to Van Exel.
filled up and ready.
4 on the clock. Pippen for 3.
Nope.
Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 3rd
There
rebound.
you go.
tonight.
There you go.
Another miss to add to
Make Van
the
Exel have to
miserable
guard
game for
Pfizer.
him
Ah.
on the field. Had a pretty good look at the
Poo.
basket,
All
but
right.
defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing.
Oh, I really laid off on him. That was my fault. He's been doing so bad too. He's 2 for 9. That's why I was sitting here thinking Pippen hasn't done much.
Guarded by
He's attempted quite a bit, but he hasn't done a whole lot.
the drive by Duncan.
Ah, come on.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count
There you
the
go.
basket here following the goaltending call.
Yeah, 2. You think it's the greatest animated movie of all time.
You can't touch the ball once it's on the way
Is this a
down.
meme?
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
NBA 2K story modes are ass. 2K20 you guys called Shay.
No good. Nice D from Duncan.
I'd love
Yeah,
to see
I
those that
don't
will
remember if I
perform
did
on
much
that.
with the actual
Great
story
way to
mode.
take control of a game.
Well, they have
I've always said that it would be great if they had something like Road to the Show,
Shot clock and game clock separated by
where it was just like
That's good.
Road to the Show is very basic, but like it feels deep at the same time because it's the idea of like working your way up. Like, didn't they added the draft combine this year, didn't they?
And the layup's good off the glass.
So there's at least that.
Recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Number 14. And the
Oh,
ball
tried.
before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
But like I wish they had a my career, but of course it probably they could still probably sell VC, but they probably couldn't sell as much VC as or get people invested. I think I'm pretty much like a very small majority or small minority of
This Thursday
people
night, December 13th.
that would like a more simplistic but deeper career mode. UFC 2010 is like Road to the Show. Yeah, I think UFC 4 is kind of like that, but
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
Yeah. It might just be because the logistics of all the G League teams and everything, and it might be better once they actually have a G League team for every NBA team.
There's a good screen.
But to be honest, like, it's...
Here's Van Exel.
Oh, shit, of course. But, like, I feel like it'd be very simple to just create a career mode where you go through, like, because they've done the high school and college thing before. You could do the abbreviated college career. Depending on how well you do there, that can increase your draft stock. You can do your draft combine stuff to increase your draft stock there. If you don't do so well, you can always go to China. They can create some fake China teams if they want. So you go to China. If you are good enough to get drafted and actually get onto a team, maybe you don't do a Zion Williamson and you get onto an NBA team immediately. Maybe you got to work your way up through the G League. Maybe you're not like a prodigy. Didn't Madden kind of used to do that too? Where, like, you can kind of choose, like, what your deal was. That was another thing I kind of would give Madden, is their career mode was super simplistic, but at the very least you could choose between, like, a top level, like, you know, a guy that people are willing to tank for type college recruit, or you could be like a middle of the road guy who might start, might do okay, or you could be one of those dudes who literally just comes in and is going to be riding the bench for the first few years and working his way up. It might not do that in the new Maddens, but I remember the old Maddens kind of used to be like that, where you can kind of choose what level of guy you were. If you were a prodigy, a middle of the road, or if you were basically some undrafted guy that they picked up and is just kind of spending his whole first season just holding the ball for the kicker. Maybe you'll come in if someone gets injured. Yeah, making endorsement deals means something would be nice too. That's one thing I always liked about some of the NASCAR games. Not quite NASCAR Heat, because you really only get like the one at the beginning of the year. But like NASCAR Dirt to Daytona did that a lot, where you could navigate, you know, endorsement deals for specific games that get paid depending on how well you do. So you could navigate endorsement deals to help you unlock some shoes or get some extra VC. It's amazing how popular basketball games like that tend to be, but no one's really tried an indie version of that. I think it's just because everyone doesn't. I think it's just because Madden is considered a little bit bigger and football in general is a little bit bigger. No one's ever really tried doing an indie basketball game, but like in the style of Axis or Maximum Football, where they're trying to create their own niche of indie football game. No one's really doing that for hockey or baseball. Well, I guess kind of baseball. But certainly not basketball.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jams. Pippen comes in for Curry.
I do feel like what's wrong with having something like that? Work your way up. You're not a big time prospect. You maybe have to play overseas. You know, maybe you have to start overseas. Maybe you're not very good to start off, so you got to be on a G League team for a little bit and work your way up through the G League. They kind of do the working your way up where you don't get a lot of minutes. They used to do that, where it was like even as a rookie you're only getting so much time, but you could easily just kill it like very quickly and end up starting in like 5 games. Which I guess is kind of realistic if you took a guy like, you know, Jeremy Lin, but those kind of guys only come around once in a while. Ah. Play with the Croatian in Mario Mitrovic. Why does he sound? I mean, imagine how much weirder that was when you had that Spike Lee thing and you just looked like a weirdly like I had like a 7-foot tall white guy, like a 7-foot tall white center that I had, And I'm talking about my black family from Harlem. It's like I'm clearly adopted, guys. Let's stop calling me brother.
Kobe goes in. Miller right side. 13 feet away. And too long on the shot.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially.
Hey, there we go.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean,
I think we finally got it. I think we finally. We struggled in the first half there. We're doing kind of okay.
Play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Van Exel kicks to Kobe. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kobe's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range.
And
he's doing it now.
Balls.
For a blocking foul, and he'll head to the line.
Take a look at what Grant's done. 9 points.
Holy shit. Can I like do like better? There you go. See, that's what I need. I just need a good release on my free throw shooting. That's all I need. Is that so hard to ask? That's, oh my God. Just let it go.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Orlando leading by
Oh my God, I suck.
Kobe nails the 16-footer.
I was just about to say I'm going to get up by 17 and then I could probably just sim it out. To be fair, I could probably still just sim it out, but
Alston, and he was fouled on the way up.
here, if I make these two, I'll probably just do that. Oh my God.
Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Orlando.
Oh my God.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see.
Hey, don't worry. Let me just throw this game away. That's
Extend the lead
cool.
at the line. I mean, when you have a
Not
chance
like
to
I
put a
needed
team away
this.
from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
And Duncan gets double teamed, and he lays it.
Who
straight in.
cares? How much has Duncan been doing? Oh, Duncan and Sharif have both been doing good. Bryant's been trying to carry the team the best he
And the
can,
Magic lead by 15.
but
Had no mistakes on
hasn't been doing too great.
there.
Mostly because Pippen is just
There's the three.
dying a slow death in this game.
Duncan's got his 8th rebound.
Kobe's doing everything he can to keep this team afloat, and honestly, it's
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
not been doing so hot.
The Magic making a switch here. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pippen for 3. Pippen missing
All right.
again.
With the
If I make
success
this
they've had
next shot,
rebounding the basketball, they're right
if I get points on this next possession, I'm
in
definitely.
control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Oh my God! Every time I say that.
Rebounded by the Jazz.
All right, screw it. I'm already up by 15. I'm probably good as it is. Yeah, we're good. I assume it's going to be Duncan. Yeah, Duncan's the player of the game for that one, as I assumed. All right, let's see here. So we got Miami now. Whoops. Don't do that. I wonder if I should be putting practices in. Let me see here. Do practices already get put in here? Oh, it's not even highlighting. Why is it not? Oh. Effort. I probably could have put something in. You know what? I might put something in there. I wonder if I should start, I don't know, adding some practices in. Although our team's doing pretty A-okay on their own. I don't know if I want to mess with that. All right. Heat Magic. Are we at home? We are at home. Damn. All right. Well, this is the one. We somehow got worse. All right.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Sunday night. Welcome to our NBA presentation. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the Orlando Magic. And now it's game time.
There we go.
Always a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the team
Yeah, it's
gear up for the tip. Take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're gonna
did this thing take over some of the logos that I had input into the game?
and for Steve Nash, his team will look for
Uh-oh.
determining factor.
This is why I kept the old NBC thing up, because I really screwed. I've been messing with a lot of things.
Also the player they rally around at the defensive end.
The Miami Knicks. All right, let's do this. Jesus Christ.
Last outing for Orlando.
See, this is why maybe I shouldn't get into modding so much. Like I was able to make this floor work kind of nicely. I say kinda because I could see the little lines and stuff that only semi work.
A lot of their points came at the foul line.
And I feel like the floor is a little bit more of an eyesore than it should be.
Some of the key guys they were up against, so don't forget about that.
But it works.
And that one's good.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
And let's get this
But
up
yeah,
now from
I feel like it's really not. It's really not the biggest fan of a lot of my mods mixing and matching right now. I thought we were okay. This is why I have a whole separate installation of the game, so that I could test this stuff out ahead of time without messing with it. But I still ended up kind of putting it into my into this game anyway.
Well, pretty good numbers.
And this is why I just have a separate installation now, so that when I'm messing with things, it doesn't make things look too goofy.
that one falls. So
I hate that out of everything, it didn't even put in my new Heat logo.
gone here in the first quarter.
At least that would have been kind of acceptable.
McGrady against Hardaway.
I've been saying it for a while, go back to text boxes. Maybe I should go back. I don't know. I like this Comcast thing, but maybe until I get the Comcast logos and everything figured out, I might hit that. I might go back to that NBC, the NBC logo, because that's just, or the scoreboard, because that's just straight, that's just the names. You can't screw that up.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more.
They're just going to have to be the Miami Knicks for a game before maybe I go back to
Williams fires.
NBC.
As the jump shot falls. You know, going back to Steve's point,
I
this
would go to
series
other
was
stuff
not
like ESPN or TNT or something like that, but it's going to be even worse.
Out on the wrong end of that
Like, because there's like whole logos, like whole logo files that are just going to make things oh so wonky
dishes it to Hardaway.
if I do that.
Moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Duncan makes it
I
on
also
the
have been looking at other
Loaded early, 3 for 3.
other scoreboards, and I might. I don't know. After the dealings with this, I don't know if I should, but I've been thinking about trying my hand at trying to do something with the scoreboard to make it a little bit more.
against Hardaway.
I don't know. I might want to try my hand at that. I'm probably just gonna take an existing scoreboard and modify some bits and pieces to it, rather than try to make a whole new scoreboard, because I think there's just too much involved with
Some
that.
solid defense there.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Put a Spike TV logo.
McGrady. And he misses the goal.
That would be, you know what? That would be interesting if I can get the watermarks to line up. Just like get the NBA on like some other network that has never really hosted. Like I guess TNT, of course TNT. I was gonna say old school TNT. I don't think TNN or Spike ever had. Spike never had basketball, did they? Maybe we could be in some alternate dimension in like 2002 where Spike TV. Were they Spike by 2002 or were they still TNN?
McGrady's score.
I don't know if they were still TNN at that point.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now. for
USA
him.
Network.
Well, probably
Maybe.
the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't
When
give them
did
easy
Spike
No
TV?
easy buckets inside. Force free
When did
throws.
TNN become Spike
Out of the
TV?
lane next
Of
time.
course, they're the Paramount Network now, but hang on. I clicked on the. Come on. Oh my God! I clicked on the screen. Go! Oh Jesus
And he
Christ!
can't get the first one.
I clicked on the fucking screen.
Making a switch here.
Take the shot, dickhead.
The second from the line.
Spike TV looks to be June 16th, 2003.
Kicks to Maggette.
There we go. All right.
Releases.
All right. Now that
Goes back up.
I'm
And the
hosing my
counts,
own
and he's on
thing.
his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point
So
play.
technically, if I wanted to, I could do NBC for a year, try to work out the kinks on a Spike TV scoreboard, and when Spike TV technically launches in 2003, after the well, I guess it would be what, the 2002-2003 season. So yeah, I could do this year, go back to NBC for the rest of the season. Next season, keep the NBC, because I think NBA and NBC was up to like 2002, something like that.
No good off the front iron.
I forget.
What, folks, I bet he won't miss that
I forget
shot
when
next time.
NBA and NBC was over. It was like 2002 or something
To the
like
middle.
that.
Alston covered by Maggette. Alston kicks to Miller.
Might have been later than.
It's out of
Oh,
bounds,
God
and
damn
he'll
it!
take it the other way. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in three-point field goal percentage.
But then maybe for the 2003 season, I try to make a Spike TV scoreboard.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over.
But yeah, like a bunch of the other ones would just be insane because they got their own logo sets for the scoreboards too. So things wouldn't be too much better if I
There's the pass to Snow.
things wouldn't be too much better if I
Maggette outside.
just tried to go to a different scoreboard, because realistically only the NBC one is the only one that's basically logoless.
Orlando trailing here. Now Alston.
I think that's one of the reasons I also like it, but yeah.
And the shot is good.
If I can figure out logos.
Here's Snow.
This particular deal right here
Maggette
between
outside.
the logos that I've made and the court that I made
Williams.
and the screwing up of the scoreboard is a good amalgamation of
Lead change.
it's a nice little hybrid of what it's like to deal with me modding
Game against Cleveland.
and the outcomes that come from modding. is you get
Here's Snow.
things that work and do really well, and I'm very proud of it, like this court. And then you get things that don't work so well, like the scoreboard logos. And it just reminds me that I am not as good as I think I am.
Another miss by Maggette.
And I don't quite understand everything.
Find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
I did not ask you to
You know, he's so
do a
confident,
fader.
sometimes
Why'd
to
you do a
fault.
fadeaway?
That showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly.
Why did he do that?
Self-inflicted
You were
damage
just
right there.
standing there. There was nobody around you.
What he took.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get
Bad
to
boy
that one quite
shorts.
in time, Kevin. Those
Yeah,
are
I kind of
tough
miss
games
when you were able to
sometimes.
make your own
Fans don't like that
banner
call one
and
bit.
do all
Both
that
officials got
jazz.
an earful as a result.
Was the bad boy
Kevin,
ones
check
with the
out how
two
Miami
eyes
stacked
on
up
them?
in the league
Was that what the
stats
bad
over
boy
last
ones
month.
were?
Fourth in fewest turnovers per game, sixth in assists, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
To me, offense is all about getting good shots, and you can't get good shots unless you're taking care of the ball. And Clark,
Oh,
you talked about those
I tried.
turnover numbers, the lack
There we
thereof.
go, that
That's
works.
impressive. This is a very well
Yeah, I think I
coached,
really like
disciplined
those.
team.
Oh no, you know what I liked? I liked the Hayabusa ones.
Really been able to work
The
the ball
Hayabusa
against
ones
the
were pretty good.
effectively so far.
I think those were generally my favorites.
Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your big.
Damn!
Things have
Even
gone
Hoiberg
south
got in
for
on
him
that
here
one.
in the quarter.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Okay.
Brown with the drive.
Okay.
By the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Brown's got his first 2 points of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes
So we went from Kobe and Scottie Pippen
Back and forth game all the way, guys. The
to
way it's
Corey
been played,
Maggette.
it's fun to watch.
He's been wayward and just off.
Is there someone else I'm missing?
Everything he's put up in this
I think it was what? Was it Jason Williams or Jason? I don't think it was Kidd.
so,
I want to say it was Jason Williams was the guy with the ball at the opening. I didn't even hardly pay attention either.
Price against Brown. 5 Nice off a pick from Maggette. Price kicks to Enja. Lays it up and puts it in.
Oh, that's not going to... Oh, it did. It did work.
Nice
Damn it.
from Williams.
Once he had to change the shot because of the hand in his face,
That's
he
all right.
knew he wasn't going to make it.
A good close contest so far as we finish.
I mean, we're technically in the lead, so... It's a messy game, but we're winning nonetheless, so... Steve Nash, that's who it was. Why does young Steve Nash look like Jason Williams? Dude, the giant Steve Nash and the tiny Shaquille O'Neal. That was great.
How about the defense? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot is
You couldn't have picked two. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a pump fake.
Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Magic.
Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And
You're getting an
of course,
MMA
has
fan
the green
boner.
light to let it fly anytime he
I
wants.
assume you meant boner, but it'd be funnier if you just meant I'm getting a Stephen Bonner. I'm getting a raging Stephen Bonner.
to do what he needs to do to stop him.
And Miami making a change here. Rogers is checked in. And Duncan drops them both. The Heat trail by 3. Now, here is McGrady. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
Oh, shit.
He put a lot of pressure on his opponent defensively, too. He had 3 steals in that.
All right, Marcus. Let's see what you got.
Pfizer guarded by Price.
Oh, God. What the hell was that?
Traffic and lays it in. And the Magic lead by 5. The Heat shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Now, here's Price. D right on him. Here's Williams.
Oh, my goodness. Jesus.
Coming up as he misses that one.
Dude, Tim Duncan's just getting knocked around consistently. It's like they want to injure him.
He's putting together a solid year at the free throw line with his percentage currently about
Oh, here comes
79.
giant Steve Nash.
Steve Nash checked in.
Oh, they got Tracy McGrady, too. That's why. I was like, okay, they got Nash, they got Maggette. Oh, no, Nash is sitting, I think. It looked like he was sitting.
The second.
Oh, no, someone else was sitting, and now Nash is in, I believe.
The Magic leading by 4.
You guys got Tracy McGrady, and you can't figure it out?
And we played through the first
I mean,
10
we're only
minutes
up by
of the second.
4. I guess I shouldn't really say
Kicks it
anything.
to Tinsley.
I probably should have just let Mayberry shoot it.
Just 5 on the
There, I'll
clock.
let Sharif shoot
That
it.
one goes.
There you go.
Count it. He's got 6.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Now, here is McGrady. Tinsley covering.
Oh, shit.
Nash left side.
Ah, damn it.
Making a change here.
Mayberry and Pfizer out. We got Penny and Paget.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
Oh, shit. Nope. Oh, I thought he got it. I thought he got a piece of it.
Nash has got 6 points.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he
Oh,
was the
long
bigger guy.
two. Why? Why with the long twos
You
all
just
the time?
assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Back to McGrady. Heat moving the ball around. Pulls up. High post. And good.
Damn it.
The friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Damn it,
Now
damn
it's
it.
just a 3-point Magic
Oh,
lead.
NBA, NCAA, and NFL water bottles.
And here in the second quarter of
$18.99. They
action
just look
with
like
a
little
hair under
squeeze
2.5 minutes
bottles.
played so far. Here's Abdul Rahim.
Damn it.
Off target from 3-point range. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. And
Yo,
foul
hey, Tom,
called
how's
as
it
he
going?
misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Penny Hardaway.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this is also the first time I'm trying a slightly higher bit rate than I usually do, as well as a slightly higher bit rate on my recording.
Is earn those tough points in the paint.
Williams, he's
So
checked in
hopefully it
for
comes out a little bit smooth, because I've seen the last couple of them, and I don't know if it's maybe the fact that I move it down to 720p. I pretty much just put everything out at 720,
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit
and
right
when
there
it
and earned
downscales,
those free throws.
but maybe with a higher bit rate it'll still be okay,
the foul line tonight.
That's a great job from the line this quarter.
because it just sometimes tends to look a little fuzzy.
Really good job from the line here. Just
Fuzzier than I
under
want it to
90%,
be
actually right around
when it comes out on
86,
YouTube.
87% from the stripe.
He dishes it to Nash. Number 51, covered by Duncan. Just
Nope.
tried to shoot.
Nope.
Rejected.
Nope. Man, Jamal Tinsley just rejected the shit out of that one.
Here's Abdul Rahim.
Oh,
12 feet away.
smooth like butter.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from
Smooth
that range.
like a
Senses
butter.
that the defense has backed off.
Dennis Kang, KO. All right.
Number 51, covered by Duncan.
I was gonna say, don't you got school if you're 16? But you might be somewhere where they're just doing everything
So
online.
the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the
I know
Knicks
I
right
got
there.
work
The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in
at
the
some
game.
point.
And as a team,
I'll probably
they're
have to
shooting about
take another nap.
75% on the year.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Oh, you're online, dude.
Checked in for the
I
Heat.
would have enjoyed being
And
online.
he ends up missing both free throws. Magic leading by 6.
I didn't hate high school, but like I was literally,
Shakes off
because
the
we had a lot of like hormonal, emotional teenagers
Finally found
at
his
our
footing
school.
in this game.
I think just like any other school,
A real struggle, but
where
he's gotten it going now.
every problem was a major problem, and I had gotten to a point.
opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Doing it with the dunk is a
I had
big
gotten to a point,
energizer, too.
I think by like sophomore or junior year, where I'm like, I'm just not gonna really care all that much, because most of the friends that I had through work. You know, when I was working at McDonald's, I had friends that I had at school, but by the time junior year came around, you know, I was hanging out with them, but it was mostly through work and everything else like that. So
For all of the past month.
yeah, I think I would have really liked being online, because I was, I didn't like getting up, being on the bus, dealing with the bus. I did eventually get my pickup, but even then, like, it's still just driving to school and having to sit in lines and wait to get out the parking lot was a pain.
Another miss by Leggetti.
They're really getting the work
The
done
crowded
inside.
halls and just dealing with people.
Not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
I guess it also doesn't help that I was very, if you can't tell, I know this may surprise you, because I might come off as, I'm sure I come off as some
Here's Abdul
Giga Chad,
and the layup is good.
but I was not very high on the social ladder when I was in high school.
Keep him getting anywhere from
I know that might come as a shock to you.
strong as a finisher.
Yeah, and I also love the way he can torture a defense by using the good old
So when I was at school, it was like, I'm just going to get this done so that I could go to work. That's actually a point that I had where
8 points.
I in my senior year I ended up getting like work release. I ended up having like a free, like a completely free study hall every day.
Piling up points in the paint. And now
Um
Steve Nash, some of the
like
numbers on him.
because we had 8 periods to our day, and like my 7th period
Free throw shooting.
was
And he's in the
my 7th period was, oh my god, what the fuck? I didn't hit anything. Are you kidding me?
That's one reason, Steve.
I'm on the screen. I'm on the screen. Can you not do that shit? Here, I'm going to unplug and plug my controller back in. I don't know what the hell's been going on. My controller really doesn't appreciate me right now.
And he doesn't stray from that. His routine is excellent.
Some gay guy heard some dude crying about failing a math test with the gay guy is trying to take a shit. He's very feminine, but we get along. Yeah, of course your high school days are probably different because you're 16 and I'm 30. So I remember Like even in the mid 2000s, that was a point where like I had gay friends who were still, of course, getting bullied for being gay. Now it's like a fashion statement, but at that point, kids were still getting bullied for being gay. You know, one kid I know even ended up like, you know, just how would they say it? Unliving. So yeah, he eventually reached a breaking point, but yeah, that was a point where you were still mocking kids for that. Oh shit! It didn't quite work out well, but that's all right. But yeah, I had 8 periods to the day, and I had a class in 8th period, and in my 7th period was just a free time. And so I ended up just dropping the 8th class because I didn't need it for anything. I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't need this. It was just an elective class. I didn't need the credit to graduate. I was pretty much there already. So I just did the 6, and then I got a work release so that I could go to work earlier. And most of the time they wouldn't actually have me there earlier anyway. I just went home or hung out with a friend who got to graduate like a semester early.
I'd like to know what his
Liking
percentage is
Powerpuff
from
Girls,
that
yeah.
age. I mean, it's gotta be
I mean, I was the kid who liked pro wrestling, and like pro wrestling, especially at that point, wasn't super cool either. So, yeah, I was the pro wrestling kid.
51 seconds left in the second quarter. Missed inside.
God damn.
Let's see how they
Oh,
play the
I thought he was gonna go backcourt.
And Nash, here we go. Lays it in, about an inch of room around
Yeah,
him.
that's probably how they should have done that right there.
5-point Magic lead.
Is this the throwback one? This
38 seconds
is.
left in the first half. Miller outside. This
Screw
one
it.
for 3.
Damn it.
Miami grabs the miss.
You know, not only is the game neck and neck.
You're the animation book nerd. I hung out with the I hung out with the video game nerds, and I started getting into like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering as a teenager. Certainly much bigger into it now that I've got like fucking 16 commander decks, I think. I got 3 more coming in the mail. It's ridiculous.
Nash, the pass
Of course, now my decks have like tiers to them. And he's like, yeah, this is not a very competitive one. This is a very competitive one. This is one I only pull out every once in a while because it's just fucking broken.
14. And that's
Damn
time
it.
to go. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was a thing that also happened in high school. Where it's like, if you're just a weird-looking dude, you'd get roasted.
Presented by Sprint.
Yeah, I didn't get so much into anime at the time, but I did get into video games. We had a thing called Gamers Club in high school that we helped raise like enough money to get literally, I think it was like 4 GameCubes and like enough for like 16 controllers. So like we were running literally like 4 different games of Smash at once in this like classroom once a week.
Matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. Awful free throw shooting has been a major thorn in their side. It's been ugly. Corey Maggette with a rough first half. Just can't find anything going for himself. He's shooting under 30% from the floor. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening.
Let's see what else is going on.
76ers are trailing Charlotte out in Charlotte.
Well, at least the logos are working here.
And another one also in progress. The Grizzlies have the lead out in Memphis against Atlanta. Second half of basketball.
Dude, Atlanta really dropped like a rock once Kobe left.
NBA action. Out in Sacramento, the Kings have the lead against Detroit. 9 points is the difference in the third quarter. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out for the start.
The Sprint Halftime Report. Presented by Sprint.
You're the shortest kid and wear glasses. Ah, damn.
To get underway, and it's been a close one so far. The Magic leading by 5. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. We've got Rogers. Nash out there with
Hey.
Then it's Williams.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Nash kicks to Williams. On the wing, Tracy McGrady.
That's the guy. Great friends you have. Yeah, I had a couple friends like that who felt like felt like they should have fun dicking with me.
And the free throws for him this year, he's making them at about a rate of 77%.
By just being like, "Oh, you're interested in this girl? Let me go tell her." Why? I don't know, because it's fun. Knowing full well that, yeah, she had a guy she was dating too.
And McGrady drops them both. Orlando lead it.
Yeah, there's like, I'm glad I didn't end up turning out to be one of those people who, like, high school was like my peak. Because, man, if high school was my peak, I really am a shit show of a human being. There's not like 1 ounce of give a shit about like a high school reunion or anything like that. I literally only went to my 10-year one because a couple of my friends were going.
Rodgers has got his second bucket of the night. A little over a minute gone here in the
Like, if a couple of my close friends that I've been friends with since high school were going, if they didn't go, I wouldn't have gone, but we did, so. And even then, I didn't hardly talk to anybody anyway, so. Hung out at a table, talked to people occasionally, but it's like, whatever.
They've been playing so smart lately. Just the way they move the ball and they share it, they're always finding good looks.
And he makes the first.
All right. Can I go 2 for 2? It's not all the time this stream I've been able to go 2 for 2 on
He's perfect from the line this time.
free throws. You went to more parties in high school. Yeah. You know, most of those kids are now. You're fine with how yeah, I think I'm fine with how high school went.
Number 51.
I did school just to like get school out of the way and then go work. That's where I like it because I also learned a lot of my life lessons at work too. I had one of my friends who worked at a grocery store, and I feel like he didn't learn enough life lessons when he was younger. I think working fast food is something that just about every teenager should do, or at the very least retail. But I think fast food is degenerate enough and attracts enough degenerate people that son of a bitch. I think it attracts enough degenerate people that you learn life lessons that you wouldn't normally learn if you're just completely surrounded by like teenagers and professional adults. Like, we were surrounded by adults that were semi-professional, but you get to learn things. I learned things about like, hey, I think the biggest piece of advice this is gonna be ridiculous because I learned this when I was like 18, 19. When I was working at it was either McDonald's or Dairy Queen, and professional adults, but you know what I mean, like adults who are gonna they're not gonna they feel like an adult, like they're not I don't know how exactly to put it. They're less casual. They're way less casual. Piece of advice I was given to by one of my managers when I worked at Dairy Queen, though, was never marry your first lay. I think he said never marry the girl, like the one who gives you your first blowjob or something. Basically, never marry your first lay. And I think back to a friend of mine that I'm not really, well, I say a friend of mine, a friend I used to have. I haven't talked to him in years, and then he removed me off Facebook, but whatever.
And like you said, Clark, it's still
and
but with their sights
he oh my God, it's just when I think about it, because he didn't get to learn this stuff because he didn't work with degenerates. This is what I mean by professional adults, is he worked at a grocery store that was like Christian owned. Christian owned is in like it's literally closed on Sundays. And you're not really allowed to have facial hair. You're allowed to like maybe have a mustache, but you weren't allowed facial hair. And you know, it's very Christian owned and very professional, and you know, you do this and that, and you're just surrounded by, you know, maybe good-natured people, you know. So you don't get to learn things that degenerates can teach you. So I had learned the life lesson of don't marry your first lay. He didn't. And he met this girl online. She's a nice. That's the best way I'll describe her. She was a nice lady. She was a nice girl. I think that's just where I'll stop. She was nice. she was okay. But yeah, so I guess it ended up getting to a point where it was like hot and heavy early. There's one problem. He was still working as like maybe a shift manager for this supermarket, and she lived out in the middle of nowhere, an hour and a half away. I thought you were going to say don't marry your first girlfriend or something along those lines. No, I mean, that's probably not a good idea either. But yeah, don't marry your first lay. The first girl who decides to put her penis in your mouth, probably maybe don't marry her. I mean, unless you're you know, if your thing though was, you know, abstinence and wait until marriage and, you know, that whole thing, you know, God bless you. I'm just telling you the life lesson that I was taught. That worked well for me. And yeah, so she decided, you know, that she wanted to be more involved. So the problem was she lived an hour and a half away, and she was a single mom, and she lived at home, and I don't think she had much in the way of a job, and she had a kid and no car. So he was the only way that he could see her is if he went there, and he did it 5 days a week. He went into a lot of debt. He owed a lot of people including me, including probably $700 I'll never see again. It's never gonna. He owes me something like $700 to this day that I'll never see again. And that was money I gave him when I wasn't doing super good. It was one of those things where it was like, I'd really appreciate it if you paid me back. And then he just never did. The first girl puts their penis in your mouth. Don't marry her. You can quote me on that. 24 and every girlfriend said rule may not work for you. I mean, listen, as a now 30-year-old single guy, and now that's also another thing is it gets a little weird when you start seeing your friends get married, and it's like, oh man, you know, this is gonna be one of those things. I'm gonna be getting old and everything. But here's also the other thing is I'm seeing a lot of my friends get divorced now. I'm seeing a lot of my friends get married and they look so happy and they're doing all this other great stuff, and it's like, oh man, you know, maybe I want that kind of life. And then I'm watching them get divorced, and now it's not so bad because you know what? I'm not really in any sort of debt. I'm looking at buying a house. Like I went to Japan last year without really having to think about too much. Like I don't have to think about carrying anyone along with me or finding who's going to take care of anybody or any of that stuff, or asking for permission or trying to find. It's just, yeah. It was literally like a few months before that, hey, you know, it'd be cool going to Japan, and then I booked a flight. And a few months later, I was in Tokyo. So it is one of those things where you think about it, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not so worried about it anymore because honestly, I saw one of my friends like really go down a dark path after his divorce, and it's like he seems to be doing okay, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's just like just a sad path. Hey, got your master's degree. If you're ready to get back out there, you need to secure a job first and be good. I understand that. What was I going out on? Oh yeah, my friend of mine with the girl that he was with. So yeah, the only way he could see her was by driving out an hour and a half each way. This wasn't round trip. This was each way, so 3 hours. He did this 5 days a week. Not even once a week. Like at least a fairly rational person. Like if it was even once a week, you could at least rationalize it. Like, hey, it's my day off. I'm going to spend my day off with you. It's kind of a long trip, so this is the best I can really do, and that should be okay. But yeah, he decided to go 5 days a week, went super into debt, and then ended up marrying her, and then ended up divorcing because he realized what sort of mistake he had made. And now he's with some other girl and some other woman who also has a kid. Because he ended up having a kid with that woman too. So now he is a dad, like officially a dad. So it's kind of like there was an old Donald Glover bit in his like early stand-up routines where he was talking about people with kids and people with AIDS. And he was talking about the differences of people with AIDS and people with kids. And one of the things he was talking about is like, yeah, and once you have it, you can pretty much only date people who also have it. And that, the hell? Okay. I wonder what happened to the scoreboard. Frankie Nogueira, he's not undefeated. He's lost a couple of fights, but he's only lost 2 fights to the same guy twice. Other than that, fighting people who are even remotely in his weight class, he's done a lot better.
This Friday night, December 24th.
And yeah, you're 20. By the way, you're 24. You've got so much time. You talk about how that rule may not work for you. Like you've got. My dad actually had me when he was 36. So even I sit here and think like I'm not too worried about it. I'm not even 100% sure if I'll have a kid. It's one of those things where it's like I keep being told, once you have a kid, once you have a family, you'll have this, that, everything else. And it's like, yeah, but what if I don't? What if I just choose not to? That is a possibility to just be like, I don't think this is the life I want. There we go. He lose to a lightweight? No, he lost to a heavyweight. He is a lightweight. He lost to a heavyweight. You want to get married, but kids are a no for you. I'm not going to discourage anyone from getting married, but I do say that when I look at the logistics of marriage, it doesn't appeal to me. Just because as a guy who's getting his own house, like even if that house is in my name, I would like to keep that house and live in that house. I don't want to have to go through the process of saving up for another house. And that's a possibility that could happen because of it.
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
McGrady kicks to Williams. Beyond the
arc. There we go.
That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac. Tracy McGrady.
I don't know. I remember Bill Burr was like that for the longest time, and then he got married and had a kid. But Bill Burr went into almost his mid-40s.
And it was a good one too. Really one of the highlights
being unmarried and having no kids. And like he was doing his whole stand-up act talking about how, people are starting to look at him sideways because of it. And he's like, I don't know. It just, it just doesn't, look at me the same way. Once you get into your 40s, it just almost seems creepy.
The pass to Rogers.
Oh, shit.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
Hey, let's go.
14.
Damn it.
This there on the triple. Here's Pfizer. Excellent D there from Rogers.
You used to have a girlfriend that you live with. Yeah, that's another thing. I got a couple of my online friends that are like that. They have I don't know if they're renting a house or if they bought one, but yeah, they said that if they had considered themselves like married, it's almost a common law marriage at this point because they've been together so long, but they don't consider themselves married at all, and they're not really, I guess, looking at it. Come on, Reggie. God damn, how many of these greens are we going to blow? Your 16's here just horny. I understand that. Just remember that. Just remember, always wear a condom. That's something that I don't think, because that's another thing. If you're on like some Christian-owned store, they'll try to tell you, celibacy or some shit like that. It's like, listen, if you're gonna get laid, get a condom. Don't trust anybody else. If they say this, that, or whatever. I think that was actually another thing I learned when I worked at McDonald's. I think the way they put it was wrap your tool. Always wrap your tool.
Steady work at the free throw line.
Just put in the pooper. I think you severely overestimate the amount of women willing to do that. I'll tell you that much right now. I think you severely overestimate it. With the ones that I have known, I can name one, maybe two.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Damn it.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Ah, I mean, he basically got it. All right, let's not screw this up. Oh my goodness. I think we need to take a timeout, man. Can we just get the whole bench in? Let me see. Get Hoiberg in. Get Alston in. There you go. Let's just change everybody out here. Let's just get everybody together now. Just get a chick with religious parents. She'll do it. Also, as someone who knew, as someone who had friends and knew, as someone who knew pastors' daughters and had friends who dated pastors' daughters, I mean, they'll find new and exciting ways to rationalize anything, even that. That was something that I learned whenever I would go to my dad's, because my dad is born again. So we go to church on Sundays, which I really hated because Saturdays tended to be days where I'd be working until like 2 in the morning. So that sucked.
Rebound by the Magic. Alston's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole.
Damn it.
Not helping their offense.
Nice
Damn it. It's all right. We're up by 10, so I don't think I'm going to work too hard to try to make these shots. They're the ones who, okay, I was going to say they're the ones who got to start hitting shots, and then they do. I think we just need to start slowing it down. Slow it down.
Good ball movement here by the Magic.
There you go. God damn, A+ quality shot too.
Tracy
Good
McGrady
Lord.
on the wing. Pass to Rogers. The feed now to Nash. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. And
Sorry, I
two
was looking
shots
at Twitter
coming
at the same time that happened.
We've seen Nash getting it done. He
All
has
true love
23
relationships end
points
with the
and he's
girlfriend
made
shitting
3
with the door
fouls so
open.
far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
First free throw is good.
He's been to the line here
I'll tell you that much too. I haven't seen anything like that where the girl shits with the door open. The guy, on the other hand, is a much different story. I've never heard or seen. I've never seen or heard about a girlfriend shitting with the door open. The guy, though, maybe that's just because my friends are fucking weird degenerates as well,
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the
who
clinic.
have no shame.
I just love the mentality.
Maybe that's just because I got friends with no shame.
Forcing anything, but moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. You're not
Oh shit! I didn't think that would work. I didn't think it was going to go all the way to him either.
No better than that.
beautiful work in the transition game.
That's
Your
how
friend
you
says
do
his
it.
girlfriend does it. Oh, okay. It's probably much fewer and farther in between than say dudes.
The Heat trail by 9. Nash kicks to McGrady. Back to Nash.
Oh shit.
A minute 50 left in the game. No good with the finger roll.
Ah, damn it.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. On defense, the Heat. Hardaway passes to Duncan. Here's Pfizer. It's good.
Hey, and one. Let's go.
Go to the line. Three-point
It's been a fairly close game the entire time. It's not particularly been like a blowout. These last couple of games haven't really been. I mean, we started on a run. We started on a run in the second half of the last game, and we're starting to go on a run now.
Any extra possession
Now that they're getting desperate.
either through steals or rebounds are
But
so critical in this
literally up until about a minute or so ago, it was still pretty close.
There's the screen.
Really was going to go either way.
Pass to Rogers.
And with 2K basketball games, I've been very able to lose
Nash has got
very winnable games
He's really stepped
very
up this
quickly.
quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Hardaway dishes to Duncan.
Ah, that was a
Basket good.
silly idea, but
And the
whatever.
Magic lead by 14.
She's nice, but has that
That
plastics
basket,
from Mean
you'd have
Girls
to
look
think
and tons
this
of
lead is
voice.
safe.
Well, if not 100%
Nice
safe,
and-
certainly 95%.
You're resting bitch faced.
Outside Williams. Nash kicks to McGrady. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh, god
Gets
damn
the
it.
bucket.
This run probably just a case of too little.
That
too
probably looked weird since I was just completely immersed reading chat for a second. Okay, I'll just pop that up. Okay, never mind.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
All right. What are we at here? 23, 12, 21. Sharif and Tim Duncan just carrying it again. Hardaway I haven't given a whole lot to. Damn, look at that. Nash has been trying to carry the team, but McGrady has just not been. I want to see this. What what is let's see, Scott Williams. Really? McGrady's 2 for 7, so Nash has gotten most of the shots off. McGrady's just not made a lot of the shots, I guess. Oh, Corey Maggetti's actually. Why are you giving Corey Maggette more shots than McGrady at this point? McGrady should be one of your top guys. It should be Steve Nash and Tracy McGrady. I don't know why Corey Maggetti's getting 9 shots. Even Voshan Leonard had 6, and he's missed all of them. I don't know where that dunk came from because technically he's 0 for 6. Where are all these highlights coming from? Look at this. Look at these Voshan Leonard highlights. that are not true because the man has 0 points. At least according to this.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding
And
it
this
out
thing,
there.
I don't know.
They gave the fans what they wanted.
Oh, and it looks like
Damn.
that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get
Let's give Penny. Let's try to get Penny in the double
Thought he had
digits.
one
How about
clean,
that?
but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the crowd
Oh, they took Penny
immediately
out.
letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
and the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Here's Tinsley. And the three
Yeah.
on target.
Tried to see if I could get Tinsley a good shot off.
And here's Price.
Oh.
Great pass to
All
set
right.
up the lay-in.
All right, screw this.
Beautiful lead
I'm going to try to
pass
get one
there.
more shot
His
off.
teammate run right underneath it.
For three.
Ah, damn it.
And so it's Orlando.
That's all right.
taking this one
10-point
by a
win.
big
I'll
margin.
take it.
You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this hour 40-minute life lesson on love and relationships and marriage and everything else under the sun. Why is it so loud? That's probably why I had to deal with that. I probably shouldn't have changed the. Well, actually, no. It probably should have gone. It probably should go down even more then, if something like that, maybe. So that way I can move this back up a little bit. Oops. You did, Sensei. Thank you. Well, I mean, we did pretty well there. We did pretty well against Utah, but we got another shot against Utah here, and that will finish out the month. Sorry, 1 sec, as I was just dealing with some stuff, but so we got Utah to deal with, and I think that'll finish out the month. Everyone else is just pretty icky as far as their overall is concerned. Toronto's about the closest, but I still don't consider that all that great. So it looks like the Warriors will be the next formidable team. I forget who the Warriors have. We'll check that out. Lonzo Mourning, Christian Laettner, Ron Mercer, Sealy, Phyllis, D. Brown. Okay. I mean, they got some guys, but I don't know if it's... They got Alonzo Mourning, and then some guys who are kind of okay. Not lighting the world on fire, but we'll see. I faced the Alonzo Mourning Heat before and beaten them, so we should be okay. All right. Well, there you go, guys. I know it's a little bit short of a stream. It's just kind of a random, wanted to get that out of the way type stream, because otherwise I just wasn't going to do anything, but I figured I wanted to do something, so I thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you guys chit-chatting and being a part of Life Lessons with Tyler. And yeah, I guess I'll have college hoops at some point next. That was interesting when I last played it. So thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. If you've been watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you continuing to watch as well. So I thank you, and I will see you guys next time.